Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's update is huge, one of the biggest we've ever shared for every single Iraqi dinar holder out there. According to multiple new reports and confirmed internal sources, only four major banks have been officially cleared and authorized to handle dinar exchanges when the long-awaited revaluation finally goes live. Yes, you heard that right, only four banks. This isn't rumor talk or speculation. This is being confirmed step by step through insider communications, verified memos, and updates directly tied to Iraq's own financial system. If you hold dinar or you've ever thought about getting in, you'll want to listen carefully because when this event hits, there won't be time to guess. You'll need to know exactly where to go, what to do, and how to handle your exchange safely and properly. This is one of the most important reports we've ever covered, so stay tuned till the end. Multiple banking insiders, both in Iraq and the United States, have verified that the U.S. Treasury and the Central Bank of Iraq have completed agreements with four major financial institutions to oversee currency redemptions and exchanges once the dinar officially becomes internationally tradable. That step alone signals how close we are to activation. For the first time, the process is structured, planned, and coordinated by institutions that have the infrastructure and legal clearance to manage this event. These banks have spent months, even years, upgrading systems, testing digital settlement tools, and preparing secure facilities for large-scale transactions. This level of preparation doesn't happen by chance. It happens when something real is coming. Exchanging a revalued national currency isn't a routine process. It's complex, regulated, and demands accuracy from start to finish. So, seeing these institutions positioned and ready tells us the rollout phase is on the horizon. Now, why are there only four? The answer lies in control, readiness, and scale. A currency revaluation is not just about converting notes. It's a coordinated global financial operation that involves compliance, taxation, anti-money laundering procedures, and international verification. Not every bank can handle that kind of complexity or security load. Most regional or local banks don't have access to the same international payment rails or digital verification systems that connect to the Central Bank of Iraq's infrastructure. The four approved institutions were chosen because they're prepared, compliant, and fully integrated with global settlement networks. This is not favoritism, it's strategy. When a process this big goes live, governments need reliability, and these banks provide it. So, which banks made the list? Reports show that the authorized institutions are Chase Bank, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. Each of them already works directly with the U.S. Treasury and the Central Bank of Iraq through oil payment systems, compliance platforms, and international clearinghouses. Chase has been deeply involved with Iraq's financial modernization projects for years, while Wells Fargo has been upgrading its systems for digital currency verification. Bank of America's global compliance networks make it ideal for large-scale currency transfers, and JP Morgan's global settlements infrastructure already ties directly to Iraq's oil sector. Together, they represent the backbone of this new exchange network. What makes these four banks stand out even more is how tightly they're connected. Each one has direct digital integration with the same payment systems used by the U.S. Treasury and the Central Bank of Iraq. That means when the new international dinar rate goes live, these banks will see it first. Their systems will update instantly, showing the live rate, the exchange value, and verified conversion options. Smaller local banks or credit unions, on the other hand, may not even know the event has started yet. They'll need time to connect, confirm, and update. That's why insiders say the Big Four will lead the first wave of exchanges before any expansion happens. The Central Bank of Iraq has also made one thing very clear. All exchanges must go through licensed, traceable, and compliant institutions. No side deals, no gray market, no private brokers. Only approved, regulated banks are allowed to process dinar transactions. That's why this list matters so much. It defines the safe path. These banks already operate under strict U.S. and Iraqi compliance standards. meaning your exchange will be legal, transparent, and logged in both government databases. That's what keeps holders protected. Let's walk through what the exchange process could look like once it officially begins. Step 1, you'll schedule an appointment, most likely through a secure online portal or customer service system. Step 2, you'll bring your identification and dinar notes to your appointment. The bank will scan, verify, and authenticate them through the International Verification Network linked directly to the Central Bank of Iraq. Step 3, once your notes are confirmed as valid, the banker will show you the live rate on screen, and you'll choose whether to exchange all or part of your currency. Step 4, the funds are deposited straight into your account in either US dollars or dinar, depending on your selection. Step 5, you'll sign your exchange confirmation, and the system will automatically record your transaction within both the Treasury and CBI databases. The entire process will be digital, instant, and fully traceable. No middlemen, no long delays, no uncertainty. Now, why limit exchanges to these few banks at first? Because they want control, not chaos. A financial event of this size must start in a controlled environment with institutions that can handle large inflows and compliance reporting. Once the systems stabilize and early exchanges are complete, smaller banks may gradually join. So, if your local bank isn't listed yet, don't panic, it might connect later. This approach starts small, monitor, then expand, is how all major currency transitions begin. It ensures stability, reduces the chance of fraud, and keeps the system clean. If you're a dinar holder, here's what to do now. First, secure your currency safely and know exactly where it is. Second, check if you already have an account with any of the approved banks. If not, open one as soon as possible to save time when exchanges begin. Third, keep your identification documents ready, passport, driver's license, or national ID. Fourth, stay calm. Don't get caught up in panic or rumors. The key is preparation, not speculation. When the time comes, those who are organized will move first, smoothly, and securely. What most people don't realize is that the US Treasury will directly oversee this entire exchange process. Every transaction will pass through international settlement systems that connect to the dollar network. That means compliance, taxation, and security checks are built in. This is good news for holders. It guarantees legitimacy and protection. It also means scams and fake private exchange offers will have no standing. If it's not one of the 4 official banks, it's not part of the real system. Several insiders have also revealed that banks started internal training in late 2024 and early 2025 for what they called foreign currency event protocols. These internal memos instructed branch managers to ready their staff for large volume verification and reporting procedures. When you connect that to the CBI's new exchange systems and Treasury supervision, the pattern becomes obvious. This is coordinated preparation for activation, not just a routine update. Meanwhile, Iraq's central bank has been upgrading its digital payment network, currency authentication systems, and linking Iraqi banks to international settlement platforms, many of which operate under JP Morgan and Federal Reserve channels. The CBI even announced that it was completing exchange readiness procedures with its international partners. That phrase alone, exchange readiness, shows that they're not speculating anymore. They're preparing for implementation. Iraq's economy is stable, its reserves are strong, inflation is low, and oil revenues are consistent. Every indicator shows a country ready for currency normalization. This means the structure is complete. The Central Bank of Iraq, the US Treasury, and the 4 banks are aligned. The final step now is activation, the revaluation event itself. When it happens, things will move fast. The early exchanges will likely be by appointment only and handled strictly by the Big Four. Once systems stabilize, more institutions will join in. But the first wave will belong to those who are ready and informed. Here's the risk if you're not prepared. You could miss that initial wave, or worse, fall into scams promising special rates or private access. There are no secret deals outside the official network. If someone claims otherwise, walk away. The legitimate process will be public, transparent, and run through the approved banks only. As the first wave begins, expect a gradual expansion as smaller banks come online. But remember, early participants will have the advantage of timing and certainty. The goal isn't to rush, it's to be ready. Have your paperwork, accounts, and identification in order so that when the appointment system opens, you're good to go. Don't expect a quick cash and go transaction. This will be a regulated financial exchange requiring verification, logging, and reporting. While it'll be far faster than older systems, it will still follow compliance steps to ensure every note is authenticated and recorded. For every dinar holder watching this, the key question now is, are you ready? Do you have your documents prepared? Do you have an account at one of the approved banks? Have you safeguarded your currency? Preparation is the difference between confidence and confusion when the switch flips. It's also worth noting the wider economic implications. When these four banks start handling exchanges for the Iraqi dinar, it means global financial markets are involved. It means international settlement systems are linking with Iraq's banking infrastructure. It means the dinar is stepping onto a global platform. For holders, that means this is not just about holding currency in a drawer, it's about participating in a transformational event. So, mentality shift. You're not just a hobby investor, you're potentially part of a systemic launch. That means you treat your holdings with the seriousness you would any major financial asset. Let's touch on patience versus preparedness. Many people have waited for years and watched rumor after rumor pass by. Now, the difference is preparation. Being prepared doesn't mean you rush in and panic buy or dump everything. It means you get ready. Open the accounts, gather your documents, verify your holdings, set your mind, and stay calm. The window will open. When it does, you'll have a stable path instead of scrambling last minute. And that calm readiness is exactly the mindset you want if you're watching this channel and holding dinar. Once the rate goes live, the approved bank systems will automatically display the new conversion values. You'll see real-time updates, not rumors. That's when the exchange appointments begin, and that's when you act. This event will also signal a major shift in Iraq's global position. By integrating into international settlement systems, Iraq's currency becomes part of the global economy. This isn't just about holders profiting, it's about an entire nation stepping into global trade stability. Patience and readiness are now more valuable than speculation. Many people have waited for years through false alarms. But this time, the signs align: bank readiness, treasury involvement, CBI confirmation, and a clear system structure. That's what makes this different. Stay alert, stay informed, and don't chase hype. The process is real, but it's official only through Chase, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. If you stay within that framework, your exchange will be safe, legal, and verifiable. So here's the bottom line. Only 4 banks have been cleared to handle dinar exchanges when the revaluation goes live. The systems are ready, the infrastructure is in place, and the coordination between Iraq and the United States is active. Everything is aligning. When it happens, it'll happen fast. The question isn't if, it's when. Be ready, stay informed, and stay smart. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-time Iraqi dinar news and updates.